So here we have a structure, and let's talk about spalling. So there's your steel, exposed. Let's scan across to the right there. Parallel to that, there's also more exposed steel. Think about what I just said, parallel. Let's come out, let's zoom out. And they're parallel from each other. It's got, you're looking at the stirrups inside here. That's that metal that's going across from left to wrapping around the column. Pretty deteriorated. The metal swole and separated, the steel man separated from the woman by swelling. He swelled up and basically it's rush jacking. He jacked off the woman and she got nothing in return. She got thrown to the ground. Same thing over here. We have the beginning of the same failure to the left. It's the beginning, I say, because we don't see as much stirrups, but you see the point of the stirrups, where those little notches meet. As we come up, we see that this spalling is all internal taking place. We have a crack going literally around the column. That is efflorescence. The white parts you see, those are salts. That's the woman attacking. Based on she got a little wet. She got a little wet, and next you know she get a little frisky. And she starts attacking the metal inside. Here again is some metal, some spalling. As you can see, it's pretty deteriorated. Those are the stirrups, the little knuckles there. And you can see the makings of the next crack, the next spall. That crack going up the side there. That's the next part to flake off. You can see the makings there. Now, those marks represent that they've already marked this off and they want this cut at this location. That's where you see the orange markings. As we look up, you do not see orange markings. It's not marked off. Now we go to the bottom, and you can see it's pretty heavy there. As we look into the distance, we see terrible spalling again. But take note of the repair that I talked about. The repairs they hide it for a while, but it's still an issue. The metal's still shit metal, there's still water getting there, and there's your water stains. And it's working its way into the materials. Now there's some column replacement here, as you can see in the distance. Those are new columns. Let's go ahead and zoom out and creep on down here. And now we look at full exposed rush jacking here. Fully exposed. There are the stirrups. You can see how they placed them. Not quite parallel, but, well, not quite parallel. You see the efflorescence, the salts, that's the whites. It shows you water is getting to it. And that's long term, that's not overnight when you get that. Again, that's a repair that took place. And that repair, this is what I talk about repairs, just cover your materials and your repair. And now you can't see what's going wrong behind it. Pretty heavy flies out here right now. I gotta keep moving. So you see the different concrete materials. You also see the mesh that they used when they did the repair. They used a wire mesh to help supposedly bond the new repair to the old structure to protect the steel. And you can see that came out to be nothing. That came out to be a waste of energy. I don't see the cut there, so I would say probably somewhere about midline. I see the way the rebar goes up. The mesh, 4x4 mesh, is going up. So we have our cracking on this column coming down right there. You'll see it. That's all going to be next to burst off right there as we follow it. Our main swelling of the male rebar is right there. Over here is another mapping of it right in there, so that's our next spot. There's our effervescence, our salt, so waters are getting in there and tiered and rain like a waterfall coming out right there. Again, there's more mapping, that means showing of what's going behind it. So all this is coming off. Sorry, let me zoom out. Let's take a cruise on down. Cruise on down. Let's take our time here. So this is more of a newer column. Looks like a newer replacement. But yet we still get our failure zones when we even have it mapped out for repairs. Right there. You see the yellow, the faded yellow? Tells you they mapped this out a long time ago. And the paint's now fading. But that is a cross-sectional piece there. So the stirrup, it would indicate the stirrup is failing on there, rusting. And you're ready to jack it off. Okay, and there's your bottom steel. Minimum coverage, capillary action, water. We find a water source above. Let me zoom out. So we try to find a water source. Let's see, column. And then we zoom in. And you see the water source. To your left there. And water source center. And to the far right. Looking underneath there, you see the backside. How the water wraps around like a drip edge. Coming down the column until she gets to the next cross brace. That cross brace takes on, has probably a crack that was there. The water got behind the crack, made its way down. That actually looks like a repair also. There are two lines cracks that give you your capillary action. And then we see the defect in the design because we see it here, and then I scroll down to the next one. We see it there, which we saw up here, and wait a minute, so this one. Then I come down, and I see it there. Now keep an eye on that. I'm just going to tilt back. Keep tilting back, and there it is there. So you can see the defect is in design. Water drainage, maintenance. It's repeating itself. So the next one would be there, but it's not there. Next one would be there, and there it's developing two lines. See the center screen, the two lines? Those two dark lines in the middle. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to come back 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll see the two lines here paralleling each other. 1 and 2 right in the middle of the screen. 1 and 2. I'll zoom back out. And I'll tilt down. And I will count 1, 2, 3, and zoom. I might have to go one more. 3 and 4. There's 4. And so you see it repeats itself all the way down. Let's see if I can show you. Zoom. Tilt, tilt, see 1, 2, 3, all the way down. So there's your defect in design, water drainage. We're meeting at the columns. Water is really a beautiful thing. They say it's a universal solvent, right? Well, It's a universal deterrent also. A deterrent, how about that? Like a detergent. This is a repair patch at one time, and that's doomed to fail. It's not sealed. It's not sealed. You can see different materials there. Right there. They didn't seal the edge. They just pushed it up real tight. And let's see if we can see the crack. If the crack develops straight on through. Barely. The one above with the stain, and follow it. Barely can see it coming through. And back down to the right there. Doomed to fail. Concrete's a beautiful thing if it's on the damn ground. Steel, at least you can maintain it better. Watching everything else. Now we've got some more jacking here. This is what all of the structure will ultimately do. So this looks more like a repair. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Get rid of beeping for you. So that one, since these are all symmetrical, they're all going to be the same. All these failures should start duplicating, considering the drainage being the same from the deck above. So now we got rust jacking, but this is like a repair. The little 4x4 mesh, and it might be a 3x3 mesh. And the repair indicates itself by that different color you see there. And it was supposed to protect the metal again. It's a waste. Waste of good energy. Okay. I don't know if I should go any further on this, besides, just showing you that what you're looking for, all these are indicators of failure to happen. It's just a matter of time. All these fine cracks like that, that's where your metal is. It's getting all swollen and excited by the female's reaction around it, getting water. And when the woman gets wet, it gets the guy all excited, and chemistry happens, and he gets all swollen and jacks the woman off. Pushes her right off. Rust jacking, oxy-jacking. Look it up, guys. Look it up. What contributed to this? Possibly that little shelf. That little drip edge that they put in there. Let's see, where is it? Right there. But it's, you'd follow it all the way up. And it looks like it's the design detail going all the way. Let's do this. Okay. So we start from there, we go up. Now we're at the rust. It looks like they've marked off for repairs. Let's see if I can show you that. Let's see if I can show you that. Come on, zoom out. Right there. Give me a second to refocus. All the yellow marks. Zoom in a little better than that. There we go. That's what they want repaired. Or indicators of its location, and they're going to watch it, monitor it, see if it enlarges. But this structure, it's not just the vibration that's an issue of the cars going over, but it's the steel and they don't get along. This is a terrible marriage. Steel and concrete is really a terrible marriage.